In an interview, Dricus was asked on what he thought about the scoring in his fight against Sean Strickland, and he had a pretty interesting answer.
Over the last 13 months, we've seen Sean fight. He has improved. I'm sure he's focused on so many things. But the fact that he chose to talk about the scorecards from a fight 13 months ago, what does that tell you as you're preparing for a rematch against someone about where their head's at in this?
Yeah, well, if you're a guy like Sean, you have to, he's he's honest with himself. If you look at his record, he has 8 split decisions in the UFC, six of them which he won, 2 of them which he lost, and that has to tell you everything you need to know about his fighting style. And the man is not oblivious to the fact that he's not a big finisher, and that he points his way to victory. So, for him to talk about the scorecard seems very fitting.
Dricus seems to be very confident that he was the rightful winner, and I don't really blame him because the fight was very close. But for the majority of the MMA community, we think Sean Strickland won, and some of us would even argue that he was robbed. The term robbery is thrown around very loosely, so I don't take people very seriously when they say it, because we have to remember the first time you watch a fight, you're just doing it for enjoyment and you're not necessarily trying to score it. But it's the second time when you start to notice certain things you didn't notice in the first. So when people cry robbery after seeing the fight for the first time, I don't take people very seriously unless I've seen the fight myself. I've watched this fight more than twice, and not once have I scored it for Dricus, even when I'm trying to be biased towards him. The key difference would be damage. A lot of people make the argument that Dricus mixed in the takedowns, occasional head kicks, body kicks, low kicks, and boxing, which solidified his victory. But if you really pay attention to the takedowns, for instance, there was only one round where he was really able to control Sean with a takedown, and that was round 4, which I gave to him. And as far as the head kicks go, they rarely landed, and when they did, they didn't really land with that much power. And I would say Sean Strickland's straight punches did way more damage than Dricus' head kicks. So his style may not be the most entertaining, but it has proven to be efficient. And if you don't believe me, ask Dricus' face. So I'm going to score every single round, and hopefully it'll be identical to your own scorecards. And you can place your scorecards in the comment section so I can compare them to mine. I'm pretty sure we'll have the same ones. In round 1, Sean was having success with jabs and teeps. Dricus didn't have any success with boxing, but landed low kicks here and there and a partial head kick. Dricus gets a takedown towards the end of the round, but Sean escapes shortly after. Then they exchange some jabs till the end of the round. Sean wins the round 10-9 for volume. In round 2, Sean was having success with jabs early in the round. Dricus makes some adjustments, then lands some body shots as well as some right hands. He lands a takedown towards the end of the round, but doesn't do anything with it. But he did enough to steal the round, so he wins it 10-9. In round 3, Dricus was a lot more active, throwing a range of strikes. He would blitz, throw low, and body kicks. Dricus was dictating the pace and pressuring Sean, but when you actually watch closely, you'll notice that most of his strikes weren't really landing, and Sean was a lot more precise with his jab. Sean wins the round 10-9. In round 4, Dricus gets pieced up with the 1-2, then takes Sean down halfway into the round and lands 2 strikes. Dricus lands a flurry of punches, then takes Sean down again and controls him for a while. Dricus wins the round 10-9 for landing more significant strikes and control time. In round 5, Sean was a lot more precise as usual, with Dricus having little to no success landing anything. Aside from the 1-2, Sean would also land an occasional overhand. Sean wins the round 10-9. So there you have it. Sean Strickland was the rightful winner. And to anyone that disagrees, I honestly don't know what to tell you, because in as much as this fight wasn't a robbery, after watching closely, I don't see how anyone wouldn't score it for Sean Strickland. Yes, he only was landing a jab and a teep, but if the jab and the teep is doing more damage, the fighter that was throwing it should have his hand raised, and that was Sean Strickland, but it didn't happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Peace out.